How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? It is that one guy, that one DM, back at it again with another episode of Platinum Star City. We are here with 4 out of our 5 characters. We are hoping Valindra is able to make it. I will be playing Valindra until they arrive. Hopefully they do. Feel free to hop in at any moment, my dude. And then we have Timothy Thornberry, Delphi Orleander, and Durant Goldweaver, along with our florist, Una Baxis. Hopefully I said that correctly. And today we go over the second episode, where last we left off. You can either look back on my YouTube channel at That One Guy Plays. We have episode 0, 0.5, and episode 1 if you want to catch up on what has happened thus far. We're we're gonna do a quick intro with the characters and what they look like, and then we'll get into the background of what happened last episode. So, describing your characters, your name, and whatever small little background you guys want to give the chat that are their first time watching. Let's start with Timothy, if you don't mind. Please describe your character and give people an image of what they are looking at, who they are expecting to hear in that sense of fun chaos.
I just want to let you know, I've been paying close attention. You've had me start every single time.
I feel your confidence and I want to exude that.
Okay. Well, my character is Timothy. He is a Prince Fairy. He pretty much wears blue whenever he wants, all the time. He's a bard. And he's pretty much just playing at the woods. You know, he's making himself a living. He doesn't want to be stuck to. He doesn't want to remember his past life with his parents anymore. He's is on his own with his friend Delphi. Pretty much, yeah.
Delphi, would you please describe your character, what they look like, and whatever little background touch you want to give the first-time viewers?
Okay, well, I'm a fairy princess. I'm a wizard, and I am studying for diplomatic reasons because my older sister is meant to be queen, and I'm meant to be her advisor. She was also meant to marry Timothy, but my mother snuck both of us out because she didn't want Timothy to be in the life he didn't want to live, nor my older sister. But yeah, I am short and blonde, and I currently, even though my little token doesn't look like it, in this where we are now, I'm in my school attire. Just short of my school jacket, which is very, like, it's silk, black silk, with like red trim and like a red silk scarf and like little, like classy black pumps with like gold bows on them. There's like little gold attributes, and I have a circlet of seeming that allows me to look human. So normally I have wings that reflect my mood, but with the circlet of seeming, I look human. So that way, I just look like an elf, I guess, like just a short elf.
Yeah.
Probably about like 5'2". Normally I'm about 2'2".
In fairy form.
Yeah.
Real quick, chat, you're gonna hear like a small ding. I'm trying to make it where my party members can hear the music that you guys are hearing, so they can be immersed just as much as you guys are. Alright, up next, after people log into the video in the background, Una, would you like to describe your character, what they look like, and a little bit of their background?
My character is Una. She's an Eladrin florist. She's very successful at her work. And she is currently in the woods dancing with her girlfriend Elian. Una is tall with long black hair. And she is a druid.
And Durant Goldweaver, please describe your character, what they look like, and whatever little background you want to give to the first-time viewers.
Well, I'm Durant. I'm a paladin for Palor, god of the sun, and I have been instructed to watch the Blue Knucklehead that is currently playing on the stage. I think that'll be it for now.
Okay. And our last character is Valindra Ramirez, a elven ranger who has successfully passed her final test to become part of the elite archer rangers for the kingdom of Platinum Star City. Her family serves directly under the royal palace, and during said graduation, her task was to introduce the fairies that were coming into the Platinum Star City. Due to some sabotages, they were separated for a while, but later was reconnected and tasked with a new mission to keep an eye and make sure that the Princess Delphi Oleander is safe. I almost said Olander again.
You said it right though now.
Yeah,
Oleander.
I'm getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, because remember, Oleander.
Oleander.
Yeah.
I'll be playing Valindra until the character that plays Valindra shows up. And so now we jump in. Please don't. We jump in. I love my pronunciation of words. We will jump right into where we last left off. Music to fit the scene. Last we left off, after a long expected awaited day, a debut for Timothy Thornberry, a chance to be able to perform during the most liveliest events of the tavern known as The Woods, a place where fey creatures of all types can go, rest, and feel protected and have reminiscence of home. Our fairy bard has worked hard for the past year during the day performances where customers were thin but still hearing the musical tones of him and his at the moment companion on stage, Phineas. As they performed together, a lot of recognition came, and the time was upon him to make his debut during the nightlife. Upon doing so, he performed with the lovely singer, the correct name. I have all those names there except for the character. Let me pull up my name because the last thing I want to do is get the wrong name for the right person. Raftalia, a Blue Jay era croaker, a singer and denizen of the wood, longtime performer, and beautiful singing voice that gives the personification of the wood's essence of the Fey reminiscence feeling. During the debut, our other characters were ready to celebrate this debut with him. Valindra following Delphi from her school, meeting some new first year who was having difficulty with possible bullies, people that's just had too much input to say for someone who didn't really say much. Upon making friends with the first year, my names are blurring now that I'm doing this live. It's great. Trina. Nerves never go away. She invited them to the debut at the Woods. A small dwarven first-year student, shy but excited nonetheless to make a new friend. Along with Trina, a friend, a Calliope Solden, gnome friend, second year along with Delphi, enjoyed the afternoon conversations, the studying, and the learning of certain, I think it was ogre and or orc knowledge in the background. Made their way over to collect some flowers and bouquets to give to Timothy as a gift for making his debut. That's where they meet up with the florist Una Vaxis, the owner and very successfully words are eluding me. Florist of this shop. Esteemed. Thank you. I had to search for that for a hot minute. Upon collecting a magical rainbow of blue flowers of all different types of shades, they were able to bring the flowers with Valindra and Una, along with Una's partner, Elion, a rogue adventurer who investigates certain incidences. And the current incident that she's been keeping an eye out for was the incident that happened with the attempted kidnapping of Delphi and Timothy. Unable to come up with anything for the year, they make their way to the debut on their guard via transportation of this mechanical carriage of royal symbols of a archer group fighting off some beasts. Through the carriage ride heading over to the woods, they meet up with Durant, who was on guard near the alleyway entrance to this building to make sure no one was going to cause issues or arouse suspicion. Upon entering inside the woods, the place was beaming with customers already. And as the day progressed, more customers came in as the nightlife was beginning. A performance was given of immaculate performance. I love my vocabulary. I'm somewhat new at this. Give me a chance. Timothy giving the performance that outshines even Raftalia to an extent. Applauses was given and dances were taking place between our party members and a random compatriot who was at the bar that Delphi decided to bring over to the dance floor. This deer-like fae folk who very shy in a sense that he was making his darndest sure that he would not step his hooven clove feet on Delphi's, to the point where Delphi was leading the dance the entire time in a fun display of a party-like passion. At the end, they were able to spot as Valindra and Durant was keeping an eye on who would enter the entranceway. A few patrons, along with Trina, enters in as she stays in the back corner, shy as ever, but still excited to see the life of this immaculate tavern. It is here where the party is reaching a solace low tone, soft music and piano and drum like jazz is playing in the background. As a small break is given to Timothy to be able to hop off the stage, say hi to friends, and get ready before the next song performs. It is here that our party members are free to do whatever they please. And what is the first thing our party members would like to do?
I'm gonna thank the moose for his dance.
No,
Thank you,
no problem.
moose.
Thank you for the dance, milady. I'm a deer folk, right?
Well, you both have horns, so.
Right. You see him like tip his cowboy hat and like awkwardly like not march off, but that awkward like fast step to just get off the dance floor as he moves back towards the bar to take another drink that he needs to help work off the nerves. Right there.
As I walk past Una, I just say, he's a really nice moose, and then go sit down.
Honey, he's not a moose.
I was too far away, I didn't hear you.
As the jazz music plays in the background, giving a nice energetic energy, the crowd of these compatriots are definitely starting to get to a small roar of conversation. The center table filled with the humanoid half-fox individual, the feline warrior, the massive bear, and the blue Goliath, all sitting around this table playing an intense game of poker. As Theo is sitting next to the table in the front of the entrance of the woods here, with Clara keeping an eye to make sure if any compatriots walk in, she'll be able to greet them with a great esteemed welcome. Timothy, you finish the first set. You're able to walk off the stage, say hi to friends while the first break goes on, or even just grab a drink and snack in the meantime if you're a little parched from the last performance.
I fly right over to our table because I'm still in fairy form.
And as you glide over, glistening sparks go off in the background as you arrive at the table.
And I pick up my wine glass that I left there and drink it.
Upon downing the wine glass, a nice rich flavor, wonderful texture, nice and smooth. The mountain of the fruit salad that was left, along with the slices of strawberry cake, have been left there for you guys to enjoy for the evening before Timothy's next performance in about a few minutes.
I start picking out all the strawberry pieces and putting them onto a plate. Does anyone want any strawberries, or am I good to eat these?
No, I want some strawberries too.
Okay, well, I'll leave you some then. And then I eat like the 5 strawberries I had already picked out.
And I started taking my strawberries as well.
As you guys enjoy amongst the plates and eatery, you see Delphi in the back corner, Trina, the first-year dwarf, like arms wrapped in a closed-off position, still holding a book tight. Could be a school book or just a book that she would like to read in general. It's difficult to see from this distance, but she makes eye contact with you quick and just waves awkwardly, holding to herself in this back corner behind the pillar.
I like wave her over, like, and then I tell you guys, I met this girl today at school. She's so sweet.
She takes like slow approaches and she gets like behind the chair before she looks. Hi everyone.
Can you
Trina.
sit?
Oh, thanks.
Everyone, this is Trina. I met her today at school. She's a new first year. Isn't that so exciting?
Ooh, have fun.
I've never met, this many people or been in an environment like this. This is, new.
Well, I hope you find it fun. Everyone here is super nice. This is a safe place.
That's nice. There's a lot of, adventure folks around, but, they all seem nice.
Yeah, as
They
long
are
as you
very
don't,
great.
like, try to, like, you know, get on their bad side with, like, poker or something, you should be good.
No, I don't play poker. I don't play much games. You did a great performance. What was your name?
Timothy.
Timothy. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Oh, nice to meet you too.
Never seen a fairy before.
Well, there's a first for everything.
Yeah.
Well, now you've seen 2.
Hi, Trina.
Durant.
Hi Trina, I'm Una, and this is Elian.
You see Elian like half hugging you, looking over at the kid. Oh, she's adorable.
She is.
Hi, glad to meet you. You see Valindra nod her head and relaxingly slides over a small plate of strawberry cake. Oh, thank you. You see, she finally sets the book down on the table, takes a small wooden fork, and begins to eat a slice, and you see the beaming joy of this first-year dwarven college student enjoy a nice, sweet piece of cake as a smile brims over her face.
So, Trina, what does your family do?
Oh, my family actually owns a leatherman shop. My dad is the co-owner. They help fix up certain blacksmithing cloaks, boots, different types of horse riding gear, anything that needs fixing or creating, really. I don't
Oh.
really get into the trade much. I'm more of a learner.
I wonder if they've done any work on the Ramirez's stable.
Oh, no. We work for more common folk entities. The royal family probably has their own, or the noble family, excuse me, has their own Leatherman worker.
I'm
Well,
sure
I-
Go ahead, Una, sorry.
Well, I am always looking for new business opportunities, so why don't you hand your family my business card and we'll see if we can't work something out. And so she'll hand over her business card.
You see Una like set down the fork, with both hands go out and take the card. Oh yeah, yeah. A floor shop. Yeah, they can probably use some decoration around. It's always like just full of leather. Yeah, flowers might be good. I'll give this to my family. Here, tuck it into like a small dress pocket. So this is like a full-on day tavern.
Yeah, would you like a drink? I mean,
I'll take a water. Yeah. And you see, upon hearing a drink, the pittering patters of claws as the waiter that you guys know, little fox ears and coyote like brown fur, comes up with a quick notepad as she like sticks her head up past the table ever so slightly, being small little fox folk. Can I hear drinks?
yeah, could we get some waters for the table, please?
Yes, absolutely. One for everyone. 6 of them.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
Please.
Alrighty, we'll be right back. And you see her like as she scurries, like the notepad like almost flips out of her hands and into her mouth as she goes on all fours and just like skitters professionally across the floor into the back area. And you hear the rinsing of hands, but then a quick gathering of glass bottles, very intricately but with quick haste. She is skilled at what she does.
Oh yeah.
As
Oh, yeah.
Alex.
As time passes, the drinks are brought to the table, dropped off one by one as she goes around the table, putting all 6 drinks down. Nice little glass cup for each and every one of you with some ice cubes in it for those that want them. And after she's done, it's like, let me know if you guys need any more meals, foods, drinks, or anything like that, and I will be around. And you see the white-haired lady in the background like lifts her hand as the fox ears like perk up and look towards her, and then she zooms off in that direction.
Bye.
Waves as she moves, backstepping to the table. So what do you, if you don't mind me asking, as Trina speaks up, what do each of you do?
I play music here, so that's how I make my living.
Yeah, it was great. You played the violin amazingly.
Thank you.
I have a flower shop.
Yes, the card.
And I work as a paladin for the Church of Palor.
Oh, okay. Sounds like an intense job.
Not recently.
That's good, I guess.
Quite recently.
You see, Elion
Well,
lean.
now you jinxed yourself.
You see Elion sit and lean in. I am an investigator for the adventure guilds of the Platinum Champions. Currently, I'm working a cold case that has been going by for pretty much a year now.
That one still.
I wonder what that could be
Unfortunately.
about.
With the individual still on the run, we are still looking for any information. So she looks over to Trina. If you find any noble elven jerkface who's kind of ducking into corners and shadows because apparently he's not peeking his head out anywhere, feel free to contact me. I would love the extra gold coins. I'll even throw you some. You see Trina's like, Okay. I don't know what to
I
do with that.
don't listen to her. Elian, we're not hiring a freshman.
I mean, no one will suspect a thing, though.
Don't listen to her.
Besides the people at this table.
I'm kidding, kid. Just enjoy the school that you're at. What book are you reading? She looks down. Oh, I'm going over the history of the Platinum City, the founding of the royal kingdom of the Platinum Dragons. The big book.
That is certainly a long book.
Very long book.
It is pretty much like the old fat, like, I think it's the geometry encyclopedia like books that you had in high school. Just huge and unnecessarily wide. And
Like the Twilight books. Those books are like 500 pages long.
They're not short enough. They need to be short.
As
They feel as long as the Bible.
just constantly turning and turning.
Literally.
You see a smile grows on her face and just excited to have people interested in what she's reading. As the conversation continues, you see Raphtalia, which once again don't have a token just yet. I'm trying to make the design good for our bird folk. And so Phineas, in the top corner, will be our Raphtalia substitute. As you see this blue jay bird folk with this black beak goes back on stage, you see as she excitingly waves on Timothy to hop back on to get ready for the next performance.
I fly back to my little seat.
As you excitingly get up, finish the last bit of water and wine, heading up to the seats, picking up your lovely little violin. You guys begin playing once again in excitement. This one was a more slow and calming. And instead of actually singing lyrics, you guys hear the tweets and whistles of Delphi, you feel, of a long, faraway homeland, sounding almost like the evening birds singing in the Fey realm, as a soft violin is played in the background by Timothy. As this goes on, you see in the loudness that this place was going, even the excited gentlemen and females at the poker table seem to quiet down, and almost a pause hovers over the tavern as the captivating sounds of a long-lost homeland hit the ears of the denizens of the woods. A reminisce of great times. It's captivating. Calming.
So, while feeling like this, like I start to get kind of teary-eyed, and I like quietly excuse myself from the table and go and sit on the steps by myself because the homesickness is making me think of my mother and the fact that like at this point I don't know if there's not been any transpondence, so I don't know how she is with her illness or anything. So I'm just
As the setting kicks in,
I have a. I did look up some songs, by the way, that are royalty-free music.
I would love those to be sent over. Feel free to do that on either the spare time, or we'll try and put that into.
I'll just do that right now, and then you can just look at it whenever you can.
Yeah. As
I'll just DM it to you.
Thank you. As the music plays, stepping from the back table and slowly approaching, you see Theo Walk up. Mind if I take a seat next to you?
I kind of sniff on. Yeah, that's alright.
He goes over and his long silver dragonborn self tries to make himself small on the other half of the staircase. You see one of his legs is like kicking over the edge, leaning against the rail. He is massive. That's like he's on the edge.
Yeah, he is.
If you hold Alt, you can move slightly.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh, you taught me something new. Thank you.
This is teaching Tog time.
So I kind of like wipe my nose a little bit, like with the back of my hand, and like kind of like poke at like the corner of my eyes, and like I look at him and I just kind of like see, I don't suppose you've gotten any mail from Thistle Grove, have you?
I have not, but from the last I've heard, your guys' departure is supposed to be a secret endeavor. I think they're gonna give some time for the families to give up on wanting to know your location before any contact's made.
Yeah. I just wish it was easier to get a message home. At least know how my mom is doing. I told you she was ill.
Yeah.
I know you didn't know her, you knew her sister, but it just I just worry.
It makes sense.
I hate being so sad right now. Like, this is a party.
The woods is more than just a party, young Delphi. A place to be able to escape the world beyond. Calming breeze and gentle trees is it's what me and my partner had in mind when we built this place.
Who was your partner? Is that too much? I don't mean to pry, I'm sorry.
It's absolutely fine. My partner was... She was an intricate individual. Most people saw her as something to be afraid of, in a sense. But once we get past the outer walls, she's a lot more calming. She let on.
Kind of like rapids, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It'd be a little intense and jostle around a bit for me for a while. Once you get past all that, the calming waters that come after are pleasant to be a part of.
Was she dragon folk?
No. She was of Fade lineage.
Well, I'm sure she was lovely. I should probably get back to the table. Thank you for helping me feel better. I just worry so much.
It's understandable. But as long as you're in the woods, we'll try to do our best to make this place feel like home.
Well, thank you.
As he stands and lifts his hand out to help you up on your feet as well.
Thank you. And then I give him like a soft wave and turn back to the table and walk over and sit back down.
I have druid crafted Delphi's favorite flower to sit at her place setting.
I pick it up and I hold it and I look at her and I say thank you, and and I just sit there and like slowly just sip water and just kind of look down and not really like look at anyone.
Oh,
Sit there, you see Trina hops off of the chair, dangling in the air ever so slightly as she was. She goes over to the right-hand side, gets the chair and tries to scoot it at first, but seeing as it was molded from the floor, realized she couldn't. It's a little awkward, but then tries to condole you. Awkward shyness self.
And I kind of like clear my throat and to like kind of make it seem like everything's fine and I'm not really upset because like I don't want to dwell on it. I like ask her I'm like, who's your homeroom professor?
Oh, we have a new professor. Let me see. Goes over. You see, she actually takes a list of different notes, and you see on the very top title, "Professors, headmasters, and students so far" is what she's titled it. It's Professor Cauldron.
That's certainly a name. And I kind of like look over at Valindra with like a slight like curiosity like to my eyes. I'm like, have you ever heard of this person?
Valindra would lean in. I do believe it is the professor of the historical magic essence. He is for my information, a warlock that studies in spells of the potion making. See Trina speak up. Yeah, he's pretty good with making different types of things. He has history and knowledge of all types of potions, from healing potions to potions of speed. There's the one that he made that was a potion of giant strength. That was the intricate looking one. I'm besides the history, I'm actually looking to try and be a potion maker.
Oh, that's actually really cool. I like potions. It's not really my interest like fully, but I think it's from an outside standpoint, it's cool, you know?
Thanks.
I'll turn to Trina and I'll say, in a couple years in your senior year, reach back out to me. I might be taking interns.
You make potions?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be great to have a person sponsor me as an intern. It would help me to also get my name out to maybe start my own business in the future. So, yeah, if that works, I'll gladly reach out to you during my second to third year.
Sounds like a plan.
See, as the cheeriness begins and the performance ends, those that are around, you see those that have sat by themselves are taking in a deep breath of the reminiscence ending of the song in the background, drinking some wine and water before the smooth jazz kicks back in and the break of the song passes. Raftalia turns to you, Timothy. I must say, you're killing it tonight.
Thank you. You're doing great too.
Many years of doing this, I've had to expedite certain adventures and endeavors. One of them being vocal lessons. Long, tedious, but worth it in the end. As you can see, and you see as she holds her wings out to the crowd, you see not only your group at the table, Delphi, smiling through the drying up of tears, other compatriots in the distance, looking out on the stage, the crowd, individuals that are the calm, relaxed-like state.
Oh, it paid off.
As did your performance.
Thank you.
Enjoy the night. We'll probably take a 30-minute break this time. Gotta let the voice rest.
All right, sounds good.
You see her fly off to the second balcony and heading essentially to the upper dorms to where her room is on the right-hand side of the second.
Okay, and I'll fly back to the table. Seeing as how someone took my spot, I moved to the other seat.
As you approach, you see Trina's like, "Oh, I can go back.
Nope, I'm already sitting down.
Sorry."
You're good.
As you guys are
You did-
gathered, yes.
I was just gonna say you did wonderfully, Timothy. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
See Valindra turn. That was definitely well played.
Thank you.
It is at this point, Durant. From last session, you rolled a 22 on your perception.
I'll take your word for it because I have no clue at this point. Actually, I guess we can check that, can't we?
can,
Should be there,
yes.
yeah.
Oh god. Oh, it's so laggy. My computer does not like having roll 20 up.
So you're gonna have to scroll a little bit because Pi was
Oh, Pi was testing. Oh yeah, Pi
yes,
was.
I was.
Oh god, Pi.
Sass was
God.
doing it too.
Yeah,
barely.
22. Yep.
22. Awesome.
Oh my god, Pi.
I was not the only one who's doing it, okay?
It was mostly you.
I was
You're the
also-
only name I'm seeing.
Sass was doing it too!
I think I saw Sass 5 times. there.
In my defense, most of the rolls I did was to Tog.
Yes. But she was doing it too. That's why I started doing it. Gosh.
Durant, you see 3 figures in heavy cloaks walk in through the front door. And as Clara lifts her head, or Carla, sorry, lifts her head,
I thought it was Claire.
It is Clara, because it's not Carla.
yeah, it's Clara. I keep forgetting that. Clara, thank you.
Pi hates a Carla, so don't say Carla.
It's the name now. I can't stand the name.
Yeah. You see 3 individuals in heavy hoods. Hard to see their faces. One ever so... Come on. No. No, I'm grabbing the page.
Oh, no.
There we go. Oh, come on. One huge figure with these 2 horns protruding past the hood. As they all step in, you see Clara turn. How may I help you all this evening?
Good evening. We're looking for friends.
You see the other 2 individuals are standing in the background as Theo also spots this and begins to slowly but surely walk towards to stand behind or aside Clara. Do you guys do anything in this moment?
Is it? Do we all see it now?
I muted myself because I'm an idiot. Can I start walking towards?
Yeah, you make your way. Feel free to head as close as to the front table as you want.
Can we
I'm
all see
gonna-
them now?
I would
gonna
like
go, like,
each
right
of you
here.
to make a perception check on
Okay.
those that are approaching and those that are there. You definitely see this massive individual. He is probably
Oh, dang,
over
that's a good
7
perception.
foot high. And as he entered into the room, you saw he had to duck under
Okay.
the opening doorway to get in.
I rolled a 23.
I got a
Wow.
16.
Oh god, I'm having such a hard time moving this guy.
Yeah.
Now!
So I rolled
Use
a
your ult.
7.
Thank you.
You do see them, but you basically solely focus on the individuals, Delphi. For the rest of
Okay.
you, of those that got a 15 or higher, you see as the staff, the adventurers.
I'm gonna ready a spell.
Can I
Yep.
notice that, like, Durant, like, walked away, like,
You
and
see
just
him,
kind of, like,
yeah.
feel unsettled at that? Because, like, I mean, that was at our table.
Yes.
Like, I understand I can't feel their, like, intimidation because I didn't roll that high, but, like,
you can
I feel
definitely
uncomfy.
feel, yeah, there's an uncomfortable air in the room.
Can I secretly cast Bardic Inspiration on Gerard?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I do that. Do you want me to roll anything?
No, with Bardic Inspiration, what that does is basically you're able to give Durant, I believe at level 1, it's a 1d4.
Yeah, it's an optional 1d4 if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes. Yeah, you can use that any ability check, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
So you get to hold on to that.
No, wait, hold on. It says, as a bonus action, a creature within 60 feet from you get a 1d6 for 10 minutes.
1d6. All right.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and see if I can put
Really?
a tag on you.
1d6? That seems a lot better than I thought
We'll
it
put
was.
a blue dot on you to
Ugh.
let us know you have inspiration. Use when you need. For the
Would like
rest of you-
to. I would like to prepare a spell. If those 3 do anything threatening, I'm gonna cast Ice Knife at the big one.
All right. For the rest of you that got a 15 or higher on perception, you see as the adventurers, the poker table, even the deer folk in the corner, have all stopped what they're doing and have, without turning their tables, have paid attention to the individuals that entered into the woods. As Theo speaks up, pulling the cork from his gourd. So, gentlemen, what exactly friend are you looking for? You see the
That's not good.
individual on the left-hand side. They're here. You see Theo tenses up as he clutches onto his gourd. Clara takes about a step back.
Do I recognize these people at all? Like, have they ever bought from me?
With the hoods covered, you can make a specific perception check. There will be a high DC though.
Well, I got a nat 20, so.
As
Okay,
you,
then.
with the natural 20, you see, even though they are covered with heavy hoods, the big individual has a snout barely sticking from it. It has a cow-like nostrils and facial features. And to the person to the right, this individual, you see... Oh, didn't mean to move him. Get back up. You see that his snout is of a long green reptilian nature, and you see spaced out jagged teeth. And as you look to the individual to the left, you see as when they are sitting still or standing still, from the robes you hear that weird rattle once again, and you see something shaking underneath the robes. before in a single second, slithering past with great speed, getting to the front, robes flying off, you see an intricate individual. Yeah, click on it. Smaller.
He deleted himself. He's gone.
If this snake-like individual with green hair approaches, Una, you have priority as you were holding the spell. Are you still firing at the big individual?
Yeah.
As you see this snake person, 60 feet of movement, quickly slither past the table, around on the floor, going past Trina and heading, and is now wide-eyed, two sharp fangs pointing out, green hair, and holding its hand out, reaching for Delphi with this metal-like claw extending from its hand.
Yeah, but I got an 8, so I missed.
As you throw the ice knife,
Wait, wait, wait!
ice knife.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yep. Okay. As you throw the ice knife instinctively towards the Minotaur, barely turning your eyes to see this snake folk flash past. As this creature is about to reach out and grab Delphi before she even has a chance to turn her body to identify this creature, you hear from the back left table from the young Joanna, "Hold!" And you see the snake stops in its place as this arcane red light burns and flares, holding her in place. And not a second later, you see the bear folk lift its sword, turns, and slams it down on the open hand that the snake folk has out. That'll be a 18 to hit, which does. And you see with a great heavy, this massive broadsword swinging down, slicing off the arm of the snake person. The arm flies off into a corner as this individual is stuck in place, and as the sword clatters to the floor, making the full swing, as this bear folk takes a step towards, the sword itself is acting as a barrier, keeping the snake from approaching any further. And once the snake takes injured, you see the hold arcane spell releases as the snake then retreats back to the other side of the table, missing a hand.
Okay. I yell and jump up on the table.
A quick question.
Yes.
Was the snake person ever, did she enter melee range of Sass? And does Sass have an opportunity of attack when it moves away?
When it moves away, she does. So, Sass, if you wish to strike at this creature, actually, let me check at its character sheet, because there's a reason why I made this creature the way it is. Character sheet.
Oh. I thought I was gonna have to do something about the creature that slithered by, but I guess I'm good here.
It will use a bonus action disengage, and will slither back without anyone being able to take an opportunity attack at it.
Coward.
So if you're back on the table.
That's hurts.
You see Theo, and as the bear now stands as a wall with the giant sword, you see the compatriots stand to their feet, some cowering away, others pulling out their weapons, ready to engage in whatever happens next. As Theo is not moving, keeping eye contact with the massive folk in front of him. A funny way to greet friends, don't you think?
You're right. That was unnecessary. And out of line. Feel free to kill her.
You see the shocked expressions of the patron's face, realizing that this massive figure doesn't care. about this snake individual that walked in with him.
I yell at her. Your friend doesn't care about you.
Would that be vicious mockery?
If
No,
you
you have
wish,
to like actually cast the spell.
do you use vicious mockery in that moment?
Please?
Go
Me?
for it. All right. It's a
Do
saving
you
throw.
have vicious mockery for the first thing?
I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
you don't
it
have
would've been
vicious
so
mockery.
I just the only spell that I have right now is Druidcraft
Oh,
and then my
yeah.
bardic
You should-
inspiration.
Wait.
You
have
should
more-
have.
You should
Yeah,
have
you
it.
should have spells.
So if you
I
go
only
to
have-
if you go to your character sheet and go to spells, you can ready some spells that you would have.
I don't have any.
So if
No,
you, yeah,
so-
if you click on manage
Good.
spells, you can click on spells that are there in the list compared to what you have. So you can click on 2 cantrips and 4 spells. So you do have spells.
Yeah, you should have
Yeah, so Vicious Mockery is a cantrip. I can help add that if you want me to.
Okay, fine. No, oh no, I got it. I got
Alright,
it.
Yeah.
you
I
should,
got
you
it
should
right
know a total
there.
of 6 spells, 2 cantrips, 4 known, and you have 2 slots to cast with.
I could have
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
You can have a total, yes, 2 cantrips, 4 first level, and you can cast 2 that aren't cantrips. Cantrips you can cast
As many
much you
times.
want.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, I feel like for you need vicious mockery with how you
Especially
you,
with that comment.
Yeah, you need it. That is something you need. That is a spell you require because you're too sassy to not have it.
well, vicious mockery like is just a good spell in general, but also it's for the meme.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. You can literally yell just insults.
Yep.
And
So the great thing about vicious mockery is the fact that like you could yell at a commoner and murder them with just an insult.
Good. Okay, so you said I could have 3 cantrips.
2 cantrips.
2
2
cantrips.
for first level.
When you click on them, you'll see the rest of them go gray after you clicked on 2. That is because
Okay.
they are no longer. You have no more available cantrips to add on.
Okay, cool. Do that one, and then we'll do. Wait, no.
Oh, it's Demogorgon?
Demogorgon
Yes.
is a monster from D&D. Yeah.
No, but I thought it was Demi, not Demo. I thought it was with an I.
And then
I
it's
think it might be a
Demogorgon.
Demogorgon.
I'm fucking looking it up and pulling out the monster manual.
Go for it.
They might have changed it for Stranger Things to like
Yeah, I
be able
wouldn't be
to
surprised if they changed it for Stranger
be
Things.
able to like
To not get
Wait, so how many first level spells can I
to
have?
own it.
You can
4.
have up to 4,
4?
but you can
Okay,
only
cool,
cast
that's-
2
okay.
per long rest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Look, these are devils.
I believe I got all my things now.
Alright, so do you cast
Okay.
Vicious Mockery on it?
Yes.
So if you click on the Vicious Mockery spell, it'll let you read what your DC save is.
DC.
The individual
Save.
rolled a 17 for save.
The spell damage increases by 1d4 when you reach 5th level. Wisdom 13.
So they have succeeded. So when you speak out this, you see
Ooh.
that she just rattles her tail and ignores the comment.
You know what? Bitch, I'll do it again.
At this point, I would like everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative.
17.
Alright, give me a second.
Nat 20. God damn it, why couldn't
Oh
I
my
get a nat
God.
20 a minute ago?
I got a nat 1!
Alright, let me grab some paper real quick to write down all these stats real quick.
I don't know because this die rolls really fucking slow with roll 20 open. 16.
Into the
I don't
heat
think-
of battle. Alright, so here's
I
how
don't think the Demogorgon is in the monster manual.
I'll be able to look it up in a little bit to help things later.
Oh my god.
It is a D&D creature.
No, it is a D&D creature, but it's not in the monster. At least it's not in my copy of the monster manual.
It might be in a different.
All right. So, real quick, I'm gonna say basically 25 to 20. If your numbers fall anywhere in there, you'll simply speak up, tell me the number, and I'll write your name on the
20.
initiative order, and then we'll go down in increments of 5. You just tell me if you're in that category between them.
24.
24 for Una. Um, 20 to 15.
I'm a 17.
Me, I'm 16.
And then you have to roll for
Oh, Valindra. Yes, thank you. Actually,
and the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
are they different because they're NPCs?
they're NPCs, but I'm adding them to the list as well.
Okay. Are you gonna roll for everyone in the freaking?
Yeah, I've already rolled for everyone, so I'm putting the initiative down for those that are actually in combat compared to those that are on defensive.
Oh, okay.
No, the Demigorgon isn't in. It is an O, and not an I. So, me not knowing how to spell things, and it was an Eldritch Wizardry.
Nice.
You have the treasure. You bought the treasure hoard dice set. Oh wait, no, that's you. I'm jealous.
15 to 10.
Who has what?
Tog has the treasure hoard dice set.
Oh yeah, I do.
Is that the
Yeah.
the mimic? The one with the mimic?
Yeah, if you roll a 1, it becomes a mimic. You roll a 20, it becomes treasure gold.
Yeah.
Anyone have 15 to 10? Oh, okay.
Pai's a 2. That's just.
I got a nat 1.
Pi is just going last. Like,
I got a nat 1.
No, no.
I thought Tog didn't do that ones.
That's for
No.
what do you call it? That's for healing. If you're trying to up your HP when you level up, I don't accept nat ones, but in the game, nat ones do exist, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I was confused about that.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, there's that. There. 10 to 5. No? Alright. And then Pi, you got a 2. All right. All the names. All right. Starting at the top of initiative, Una, you are up.
I am gonna Misty Step. How wide is this place?
So, let me go ahead and
You have a ruler.
yeah, you have a ruler. If you click on it, you're able to snap and get distance.
Oh, okay. I Misty Step. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, you have to go
I
back to the
Misty
mouse and
Step
click.
to like right here.
All right. As you, what does your magic look like?
It like a bunch of leaves like surround me, and then I disappear, and the leaves kind of flutter to the floor, and then I appear over there.
as you guys see the flowers and the plants on the stage fly off of their stems without actually ruining the plant. Flies around Una before the leaves then cover her body and scatter into a blue and purple display. You see that Una is no longer next to the table, and in fact, she has moved 30 feet closer towards the entrance. What do you do?
I am going to. If I use my movement. Hold on, that's a bonus action. If I use my bonus action, am I able to hold my action, or do I have to hold the whole turn?
You can hold your action. You can still move, but your action is the only thing you can hold. You can't hold movement. You can hold your action though, but you gotta let me know what you're holding it for.
Okay, I'm holding poison spray, directed towards the big guy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see if he does any like attack or anything. Then I'll cast it at him.
Okay. End of your turn?
Yep.
All right, up next, Delphi.
Okay. I have to figure out.
Feel free to ask any questions if you want. Otherwise, yeah, just take your time.
Lisa, good night.
What are...
Yes?
Oh, sorry. Nate's watching Shrek.
It's all good.
Oh, I didn't realize you could hear Fiona. What all can I do with Druid Crafts? I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
don't
Druid
really...
craft is
With-
for plants.
Yeah,
I
because it's
believe.
a cantrip, it is made purely mostly for design or even distractions, really, but it doesn't really have enough oomph magically to do out damage or injure or really disable an opponent. It's more of a artistic design. But if you use it creatively, you might be able to make a terrain difficult, grow a vine that can act as like a tripping point.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of, like, for Druidcraft in combat is to, like, grow a plant right in front of somebody's foot.
To trip them up,
To trip
yeah, a
them.
thistle or a
But
vine
it
to like.
is only for 30 feet in front. Like,
That
you
is
can't
also
go
true.
past.
30 feet in front?
Yeah.
Okay, well, 20 feet this way. Could I, even though like they'd be easy to like get rid of, could I like manipulate the floor to like come up in like a wall of like twisted vines?
Not a wall, because that is actual spell wall of vines or so there's a
Okay.
plant wall, so that's a sexual spell. In
Okay.
Druidcraft, you could probably only create like a single vine that could be like a small tripping point with a low DC, but still, it might be effective if they roll bad.
Well, then I don't think I want to use that. Because I don't know what I would do with it. I don't know what to do.
If you wish, you can either move away from the creature if you feel threatened by it, or if you need, you could hold an action of a defensive spell or a spell to use, like your firebolt or even your ice knife, until the creature either approaches or goes after another compatriot.
So, what does that mean? I'm sorry. So, like, okay, so it's my turn, right?
Yes.
And I hold, let's say, ice knife. But then, let's say the creature darts at the moose. Even though it's not my turn because I was holding it, I could...
You can
Use
release
it.
it and launch it. Yep. You're basically
If that
Okay.
is, if attacking was your trigger, whatever for
If your
Okay.
trigger is the creature attacks someone, or even yourself, or just attacks, you can then release your spell to go after the creature.
Okay, then I'll do that. I'll stand up to where I'm standing on the table, like in the center of it.
Yep.
Wait, oh, then I don't.
As you place yourself over the remains of the fruit salad on the table.
Fruit
And then
salad.
I'm gonna
Yum.
I'm gonna hold ice knife.
Yep.
And keep my focus on those. Is it a lamia? Because it looks like a lamia.
It is a lamia-like creature, snake, human-like torso with like these reptilian scale-like hair, solid green skin, and then a
Medusa.
long tail, snake-like tail with a rattle at the end. And you see that as one of its arms is cut off, the other arm has this like metal gauntlet with these like protruding spiked fangs at the end of it.
Okay. Yeah, I focus my attention with holding the ice knife on the lamia.
Alright, as you stand on top of the table, you hold your hand out, and a blade appears as you hold the end of the blade ready to launch and release at the creature if it attacks. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Up next, Clara. You see Clara is frightened, shocked by this whole endeavor, and you see her use her action and bonus action to sprint to the back. I believe that would be 8, 40. Yeah, she's able to run to the back and get into the kitchen where the Harrigan Harry, or L as you guys know him, is there. She leaves and exits the combat scenario. Durant, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to go up to. Oh my God! Oops, I have the wrong thing.
You have the snap. The ruler.
Yep, I'm gonna go up to this guy and I'm gonna smack him with my hammer.
You go up and run, and as you lift your hammer, go ahead and make an attack roll.
God, what makes it so slow? It's roll 20. As soon as I close roll 20, like everything loads real good. And
Roll 20 says you need to take your time.
Yeah, you absolutely take it. A 10? Yeah. As
Yep.
you lift your hammer to bring it down, you see as the individual shuffles inside of his cloak, and as he lifts his hand to block yours, you see the cloak gets pushed off, and you see this green armored.
Oh my god. You could have done another roll and added your bardic inspiration to it.
I could have. It's fine.
You see this long-snouted, jagged-toothed alligator-like folk, and the pulls out this jagged bone saw sword as he blocks your hammer. And as you see him with this green heavy armor in front of you with this estranged scale-like hood, being this close, you finally just hear as this alligator hisses out in upset anger. Is that the action and only 10 feet of movement, I believe? So anything else?
Yeah, that was only 10 feet movement, but also moving away at this point is a bad idea.
You'll have attack of opportunity, correct?
Yeah, I know. I don't think I have anything to do as a bonus action. So yeah, I think we're gonna end that there.
All right. End of your turn. Up next is the deer folk. You see as the shock of the snake's speed startles him at first, he then draws his rapier out. He will then do a mirthful leap over the table in a single bound, lands on the other side. He will make his attack against the snake folk. 15 plus 4 for 19 will hit.
Ooh.
With 8 points plus 3 for piercing damage, so 11 points of piercing damage. As you see, with a finesse style, he draws back the rapier towards his left shoulder and then jabs it in like a well-refined fencer, stabbing the creature in its back shoulder blade and then pulling the blade out quickly. That'll be his. There, he will stay in the melee range of this creature, and that'll be his turn. Up next, Kuma, the bear. You see as this bear folk lifts the massive war blade, this huge flat hunk of sharpened metal, and you see as he then chucks it over to the. Check. 50. Yeah. You will chuck it right in this back area. As the blade flies through the air, you see the snake look up as the bear goes on all fours, goes for a charge effect. Hits. That is a 19 naturally plus 5. She'll have to make a dexterity save. Ooh, that is a 16 plus 4. As the bear hits her and charges through her, only pushing her back 5 feet as he takes over the space, she will only take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the bear charges into the snake individual, shoulder slamming it essentially, but she stays on her, well, not feet, but tail. Not knocked prone. What are the mental drawings?
Oh my god. Oh, look at it.
You want me to get rid of it?
Yes.
Are you trying to measure?
I thought you were casting magic missile.
Okay. On the left side, there's a little ruler button. Click on the ruler button.
It's right below the magnifying glass.
God.
Hit snap the center, you'll see the distance.
Okay.
That is the end of Kuma's turn. Up next is Theo. As Theo looks at the individual, I think I have a feeling I know who sent you. We should talk outside. You see Theo walks right past him into the outside of the building. And as the tall individual sees him walk past, although he could take an attack of opportunity, you see that this individual does not.
They're both fucking jazz.
Up next, the hooded cloak looks over to the croc friend and simply says,
Make sure no one interferes. This conversation will be quick.
as he then also exits the building, walking out.
The plan to hit him.
Those two will be removed from combat. Up next is the croc. Seeing as you swung at it, Durant, you see as the sword is there. As you ready your hammer, you see the sword move to the right, and you're thinking he's getting ready to slash crosswards. But before he does, you see him snap his jaws out quickly. That is a natural 19 plus 5 for a 24 to hit.
Oof. Ouch. Yeah, that hits.
And that'll be 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As this crocodile's long snout slams onto your armored shoulder blades, the jagged teeth piercing through with so much force, like if it clamps down on a car door, your armor bends in, and you feel the pain of this creature. After it bites down, you push it off your shoulder, and you're still latched there together. That'll be the end of the croc's turn. It will not move. The snake's turn. She will look over to the deer.
You seem delicious. Not my moose. Not my moose.
Oh, I
Take a
knew
bite
it!
attack.
I knew it, Delphi!
14 plus 4 for 8. 8 will hit.
Okay, but when she attacks, do I get to attack?
You absolutely do. Go ahead and launch your ice knife at the creature.
Okay, so how do I do this again?
Let me look at the spell if you want to look at it.
It's a first level, so I assume you have to just roll for it. Like,
Yeah, you just roll for it.
By your
Okay,
little effect,
But which
right?
one do I click?
okay, so
With your ice knife,
go to
if you
your
go to
actions.
actions. Yeah, if you click
Yeah.
on that plus 4, that rolls the dice for you and adds the 4 to hit.
Okay, so 18.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Roll the damage
Okay.
just next to it.
Okay. 7.
7 points. As you
Nice.
launch the ice knife across,
Good.
you see as the snake goes in to strike with its hand, your blade pierces through, putting a hole in the creature's hand, and you see the ice begin to freeze up the palm of this creature, keeping it stuck in an open position as she looks over and will then turn and bites the deer.
Moose!
He will be taking 6 points of piercing damage and 4 points of poison damage, and he'll have to make a Constitution save.
Oh no.
That is a 16 plus 4. He will be. You see, as the fangs pierce into his shoulder, he uses the rapier to like slash at the creature, but the creature backs up, and so the poison that's there, you see, it would be taking effect, but he's like shrugging off the effects of the poison. Up next, Joanna. You see the young tiefling individual rush forward, getting next to Trina, who is stun-locked, scared, stiffless, and you see Joanna will pull her, not herself, her, behind and start shielding Trina. That'll be the end of her turn. Up next, Elle, you see her pull out, you see your partner pull out 2 daggered blades, rushing forward. Bonus action dash, gets up to her. However, you see as she approaches in a way where Kuma the bear, his body itself is hiding her, comes around and goes for a sneak attack strike. That is a natural 20.
Yeah.
With
She's
sneak
a
attack
professional.
Damage. Fun fact for my game, with natural 20 attack damage, the damage is maxed out and then you roll the natural damage. So this is 1d8 plus 1d6, so that is naturally 14 plus 14. That is 24 points of piercing damage.
Professional.
As you see her roll off the back of the bear and then just slash across, slicing just 2 gashed wounds up the chest against the snake folk. And you see her land on her feet, both daggers, in a half crouched position in a defensive form. You picked the wrong day to pay with us, mate. End of Alien Valindra.
Is she Australian?
When did she turn Australian?
Umbra, are you dating an Australian?
No,
Apparently.
she's not. This is just her way of being tough. I don't know. That just came out naturally.
You better roll
What do you
for
want? It just came
deception.
out naturally.
Roll that deception, please.
It came out naturally, I swear. Alright, I'm Valindra's turn.
It's because she's fighting a lizard person, isn't it?
She's wrangling a snake, mate. Oh, she's
You should have
angry.
let her fight the crocodile.
Get over here.
I don't know why it did. You see, okay, yeah. Alright, bring it back in. You see, as the snake folk is profusely bleeding, missing an arm, it seems stumbly, as Valindra lines up the shot next to the table, draws the bow, will take a shot. Oh no! Ep.2.
Oh god.
As you see the
Nat
arrow, it's a
Bitches
natural
better
2,
jump out
so
of the
plus
way.
6 for 8. As you
People
see,
jump out of
the bow gets drawn, and as it fires, the flashing twists of the rogue, he gets a little nervous and fires a little high to make sure he doesn't hit Helion. And as the arrow flies a little too high, the snake is able to see it enough to just duck its head out of the way and dodge. Bonus actions? He has none. Level 1. Yeah, that is what it is. Timothy, you're up next.
It's my turn! Okay, I'm going to use...
Yeah, the creature is approximately 35 feet away from you right now, and the crocodile, if you're interested at all, is 45 feet away.
I'm not going to use Dissonant Whispers And the snake lady.
All right. Let me. Where?
And it is in enough range. I checked it out.
Cool. Dissonant Whispers is a spell.
It is I whisper a dissonant melody that only one creature of my choice within range can hear. Wrecking it with terrible pain, the target must take a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 physical damage and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its
Whoa.
speed will allow it.
What spell did you say this was?
Dissonant Whispers.
Whispers.
That's fucking good.
Yeah. Check something real quick. What is the save for your DC? Well, what's the number? 13? Yeah, no. That is a natural 8 plus 4 for a 12 and will fail.
So she gets it right.
Yeah, you see her disoriented and you see her looking at nothing. What do you whisper in her brain that only she can hear?
All she hears is, "Your friends are leaving you. You're all alone. That sucks for you. I have friends and you don't."
They do take half that damage though.
No, it's a 13, right?
No, but
Yeah.
the creature
creature rolled a
on a
12.
successful save. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move.
Yeah, but the creature rolled an 8 plus 4, so a 12, and his spell save is a 13.
Oh, it failed?
It
It
failed.
failed? Oh,
Yeah.
I'll get fucked.
Yeah. So do you want me to roll my 3d6 for you?
Yeah, roll that 3d6 psychic damage.
10.
No 3d6 only got a 10?
4,
I guess
5,
10 would
5,
be okay.
4 plus 1.
I mean, it's enough. How do you want to do this? What that basically means is you get to finish off the creature. How do you finish it off with your dissonant whispers?
While she's hearing it, her head explodes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, fine.
Upon-
What is this, Mortal Kombat?
No. It's like the y'all played DVD, right? Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
Yeah.
The birthday party hats that the pig has. And
Okay.
just-
You're reverse bear trapping them?
Oh yeah, but instead of like
A
it's
bear trap.
inside and it has
Yes.
to-
As the three individuals not hearing the spell, as your only target is the snake, the three having front row seats seeing the snake shake its head violently, and as it's shaking, it's hissing, striking at nothing, rattling its tail, disoriented, and they see from its ears, its nose, and its eyes, blood starts to leak out. As it happens, it's freaking out before it falls to the floor, writhing, before just a burst of gray matter comes from the ears and nostrils as it just twitches on the ground and is no
This is
more.
literally a Mortal Kombat fatality.
And
I'm not
it-
kidding. There's literally a Mortal Kombat fatality that they just scream at a person until their head explodes.
Where is... There it is. And... Oh. No more. Is that the end of your turn, Timothy?
And then I'll look at the alligator man and I'll be like, "You're next, buddy."
You just
But then
see him in
that's
the
it.
distance as he's focusing on Durant, turn his eye to you, and you just hear that low guttural hiss from the reptile. End
then
of your
I
turn, or
laugh
do you move
back.
anywhere?
No, I stay.
Okay. Top of the round. Una, you're up. Only one threat remains.
Only one threat remains. The
I did
thing.
not mean to turn into an Australian.
Let's see. Hold on.
It's the one down by me.
Yeah.
I know. I just need to see what my
forget how to
range
ping. How
is.
do I ping?
You
think
click
you
on
just
on the
spam.
mouse button. You have it on selected,
goes.
and you just ping. Yeah, you click on it. Hold it down.
Man, my range
Roll
is
20
not
makes my
very
PC
good.
So laggy.
Oh no.
You do
I
have
think
tables in the
this is
way, so you
30.
have to make a small detour. So from where you're at, a fun fact for those that you are using the Snap to Center, when you go, if you right click, you can then move around objects, and it'll then adjust to your movement, which is still 25 feet, so you're still good.
Yeah, you're still good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Counted correctly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is he? Hold on.
He has not been injured yet, and you see he
Yes! It's 10 feet away. I use my poison spray cantrip.
is. You absolutely can. All right, poison spray.
He has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
What's the range of that?
10 feet.
Is
I
it?
just made it. I just made it.
Is it a line or is it a cone effect? Is what I think.
Uh,
Yeah,
you-
'cause
you
you might
extend-
be.
No. You extend your hand towards the creature you can see and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. It doesn't say anything about anyone else taking any damage.
Well, on
It
the
just
very,
says the creature. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Blah blah blah. Spells damage casting.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah, it says one creature. Yeah, so I guess it's.
it's just the one
Okay.
creature, yeah.
Oh,
So you're safe,
That doesn't
Brad.
sound like a one creature spell, but
I
then again,
know.
it wouldn't be a cantrip.
Yeah,
If it was a
poison
one
spray
creature, if it
sounds
was-
like you're just spraying poison in the area. No, it's just one creature. All right, so
Yeah.
she has to make
Yep.
a.
Whatever. There are
Constitution
worse
check.
named spells in D&D.
Poison spray in Baldur's Gate is definitely a cone.
Does a
Yeah.
13 make it?
Just makes it.
Oh, okay. 9 plus 4.
Pooh. I'm doing ass.
Does
Saving
it
throws
take
are always
half
tough.
damage still, or no?
No.
No, it takes no damage.
Just
Oh, it's a
poison.
cantrip. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cantrips are lame.
So as you
They're really
see,
good,
as
but
the
they're lame.
poison spray
Mhm.
engulfs the snout and mouth of this creature, you see as its eyelids turn shut with its hazy protective layer, still looking through the mucky lens. And you notice as the spray engulfs around its body, it does not enter its mouth for it to stop breathing to keep it from entering. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Up next is going to be Delphi. You're up with Durant on deck.
Oh.
You forgot what
Sorry,
you
I was muted. Is the poison spray flammable?
It is not, unfortunately.
Oh,
If it was
shit.
like if it was a poison
He was
cloud
just getting
or
ready to
something,
burn everything.
yeah.
Well, I am gonna firebolt him, but I just wanted to know if it was flammable.
Yeah,
Have you thought about the
absolutely.
fact that this entire tavern is made of wood?
Magical wood, but wood nonetheless.
Okay.
Well, should I not then?
Well, you can, no, because firebolt specifically targets a person, so no, I'm not going to flavor text light this place on fire. You're aiming at that individual.
Okay. So I'm gonna firebolt him.
All right.
I rolled a 21,
That'll hit.
and then I'm gonna roll 10 damage.
Hey, at least you're consistent on the damage.
Good damage there.
At least she hit him.
Yep. As your hand ignites with fire arcane, you launch it out forward, and as you do, flying across the open area, doing a small dim light that everyone sees this bolt go across the tavern. It hit against the crocodile's armor, and you see some of its scales singe up and turn. Durant, you have front row view to this as it turns and just holds that heavy, and then just snaps in her direction as a angered, intimidated warning. It took damage.
Hooray.
Okay.
Do you stay there or do you move anywhere, Delphi?
How much can I move?
30 feet,
Yes, it is your walking speed.
which is matched to
Nope.
your fairy fly speed.
Mm-hmm. So you could fly, you could walk, you could do whatever. For only 30 feet.
I'm going to. Well, I can't fly because I'm in human form.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oops.
And I don't feel like taking off my circlet. Actually, you know what? We're gonna be dramatic. Is that a bonus action to take off my circlet?
I'd consider that interacting with an item. But that's
Yeah,
up to Todd.
that's interacting with an item for sure. But let's see here. Simply,
Wait,
do you
yeah.
want to just simply drop the form, or are you trying to use the circlet as an item for something else?
No, I'm just taking it off, so I'm a fairy.
Well, you don't actually have to take it off. You can drop the concentration. It's not a concentration. You can drop the spell on it, and you'll revert back to your fairy form.
Is that an action?
No, you're just in a sense, you are no longer focusing on your humanic form.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my form, and so I shrink about 2 feet, and I have my wings, and everyone can see them. And since my wings changed on my mood, I want everyone to know that the tips of them are very red, but the base is like a dark red, almost black. So it they look like very the tips are like bright red, but I'm mad.
Oh yeah.
And I fly across to this table, and I stand in the middle of this table.
As you fly across, landing, you see that the other adventurers are confused on what to do in the moment. These three are simply in a defensive position, now focusing on the last one, which is the croc.
And I'm like, "Hi, gentlemen."
You see that,
And
yeah, there's
I think one of them's the girl.
yeah, the feline is females. You see she has this long sword drawn in defensive position, but the other two, the fox humanoid and the half giant baron is like,
oh, okay. I say, "Hi, gentlemen," and I look over here and I go, "My lady."
you see like the eyes are in a slit defensive position, intense and on. But seeing you see them nod in acknowledgments, but they are focused in on this threat.
Okay. Do they know that we're royalty? Is it common knowledge in the pub?
These three, no.
They don't.
No, not these three. These are just compatriots. They're not. They
They're
arrive
just
and
people
have
that
some fun.
are here to drink booze.
Yeah,
Literally,
drink
that's
booze
all
and
they're here
gamble.
for.
So the moose knew, but not them.
Yeah, the moose is an actual, as they say, a denizen of the woods. He actually resides here.
Okay.
Maybe you
So-
should visit the woods more
Oh, yeah, this is
often.
an action? Oh, lame. Okay.
Okay, well, that's my turn. I
All right.
ended there.
At the end of your turn, Durant, you're up.
Well, I had a plan, but apparently lay on hands is an action.
Heal.
That was what I was gonna do. I was gonna touch myself and heal, but
Holy, you're in public.
Oh.
yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try and smack him with the warhammer again.
All right, make an attack roll.
Ah!
Yeah, manage that attack.
It's gonna roll very slowly.
It lands.
That's a 15. I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration. I'm just gonna use an actual die because that's fucking faster.
Yeah.
6. So that's 21 to hit.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Fuck him up.
Smack
Beat
him.
his ass!
Who's that, a 10? Or is that a 4?
14.
Don't tease me like this.
And my
14.
end, you got a 14.
Oh, that was a 10.
Nice.
So 14.
As
14
you see
damage.
the flame singed side of its face, your hammer then goes in as it's slightly distracted, and you smash him from the inside of his gut. You see the body slightly lift off the ground and then land again. You hear him hiss and growl, but he's still standing. But he does look hurt.
Oh.
Yeah. only bonus action I have I can't do because I'm attacking with a two-handed weapon.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right, at the end of your turn, up next would be the deer and then the bear. You see the deer move across him with great speed, line up on your right-hand side and get a defensive position using a dash action. You see the bear goes for a sword first and picks it up, and then will use a action to dash, getting just behind you. As their 2 turns. Up next is the croc. The croc will follow the orders given to him. Will use an action to disengage and then stand defensively at the doorway. That is the end of his turn. Up
He's
next,
running like a pussy.
well, he didn't leave. He had enough movement to leave, but that's not his job.
No, he's still running away from fights.
Joanne and Trina will move to the back right corner.
Where the guys? Oh, that's the left side.
Oh, left side. Yep.
I
Directions
was like,
are not there.
I mean, from the crocodile's point of view, it's the right-hand side.
no, I think that's still his left.
It might still be the left.
From my point of view, it's the right.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, your side. Your
From
side.
Delphi's point of view, it's the right-hand side. Thank you. That's their 2 turns. Up next, Elion. First, Elion will use a bonus action hide. She feels very stealthy with that 13. We'll move to there. She'll action dash, and you feel a push against your armor, Durant, not in a violent, but like someone going back to back with you, and you see she is doing the best she can to like match her body alignment with yours to use you as cover.
Fucking hell. I'm very hurt.
I mean, he has a cape, so
Yeah,
I just don't know why you're not using my bardic inspiration I gave
did.
you.
he did.
I did.
Oh,
I already
oh,
used
Oh,
it.
yeah, I forgot to get rid of it, but yeah, he already
By
did.
the way, we need to get rid of that.
I was like, you didn't use it.
I did.
That's how he hit.
I would not have hit it if we didn't use it.
Up next, Valindra will spend her movement, do an acrobatics check to vault over the table.
Okay.
That'll be 19, yeah, with no issues.
Oh, fuck yeah, this guy's fucked.
As Valindra vaults over the table, she moves slightly closer behind the table. The second table closest to the doorway will take another shot with her longbow. That's better. 13 plus 6 for 19 will hit. 1d8 plus 4 for a total of 8 damage. You see as she goes from behind the chair, lines up the bow with the top of the chair, releases the arrow now that no one's near it, and will stab the creature in its like front left-hand rib section through the armor. As you see, the lizard folk is leaning slowly down. I don't have anything to put on emotes only. I'll get back to you later for that. But as the piercing hits, you see the crocodiles barely holding on. As the end of Valindra's turn. Timothy, you're up.
Okay, I have one more first level spell slot I can use. And I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers again. On this man. And he's in my 60 feet of range.
Yep.
This spell seems busted. This just seems really good.
Okay, it is a Wisdom 13 again, so let me know if he made it or not.
That'll be a 16.
Fuck.
Because it's a first level spot, does that still do half damage?
Yeah, that does half, and they don't have to move.
Okay, well, you want me to roll it and then I'll just have it then?
Yeah, roll the damage, tell me the number, and then...
4 for damage.
So it was 8 total?
Yeah.
Okay, 8 total, half to 4.
Yes.
The crocodile is looking very hurt as you see it then start shaking its head and then hissing and snapping at nothing near it. You see the ears begin to slowly bleed once again, but it is still holding
Can
on.
I still
barely.
let you know what I whispered to him? Or-
Yeah, go for it if you want to add any flavor text.
All right. Is he able to look at me while he's hurting himself?
He sees as he's like thrashing. He looks over across to where you are as you make eye contact.
And all I say to him, "You're alone, bitch."
End of your turn?
And then I'm just gonna start flying. I'm just gonna fly up like 20 feet.
All right, you'll be 20 feet up. I'll keep that in mind. It's the easier way to remember. All right, top of the round. Una, you're up. Third round.
Can you... So he went back by the door?
Yes, and he's in a defensive position by the door right now.
Okay.
You see this like jagged teethed bone blade. He holds two hands in a defensive like barrier-like position. Blood is leaking out of his ear. His scales have been charred through the firebolt, and as you see, he's having a hard time standing up straight due to the impact on his ribs from the hammer.
Okay.
As you approach, you see it just defensively hisses out of instinct.
I cast... How many spell slots? Okay. I'll cast... Poison spray again.
Alright, another constitution save.
Yep, he's got a beta 13.
The highest is a natural 19, plus his
Hey.
6 to constitution, so that is a 25 to save.
Okay.
So I figured no more poison on this man.
As you send the poison spray once again, you see the eyelids shut, and once again he stops breathing to keep the poison from entering his system.
Bitch.
End of your turn?
Yeah.
Delphi, you're up with Durant on deck.
I'm gonna firebolt him again.
Make an attack roll.
Okay, so
Please
21
fail.
again.
Please fail.
21 will hit.
Alright, and then he does 8 damage.
As you launch this firebolt, you see so close. You see the front of its face get just headshot with the firebolt. Its snout and scales on the snout peel off as you see exposed flesh burning as the face is like recovering from the flamed scarring that is now left there. You see as one of its eyes are now permanently melted shut, the other one barely peeks open, and you see this creature is stumbling, barely standing.
Fucking get it, you guys.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, as you end your turn, Durant, you're up.
Is he still alive?
You see he is stumbling. His eye is now singed closed, but the other one's barely peeking open. Scales have been peeled back, and you see his legs are like basically almost wobbling under pressure as he's still holding a defensive position with his blade against the door.
Well, I wanted to do something, but I think if I do it, he's gonna die. So I'm okay with just going up to him and fucking trying to smack him out of the door. Oops. Oh, god damn it, I switched to the...
You want to smack him out of the door?
Yeah.
All right, go make a attack roll.
Oh, it's so slow.
Your dice
I could
takes
tell
a
you what
while.
you got if you want.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as well.
Was that a nat 20?
26.
That is a natural 20.
It's a nat 20!
Oh
That's a
man.
26 to
Okay.
hit.
Okay. How do you want to do this? It was at 1 HP.
Oh my
God.
god, you didn't.
That's why I was like. That's why when Delphi
killed
hit it,
him.
I was like, it's so close, but it wasn't. It was at 9 HP. Delphi hit it for 8, and it was at 1, barely hanging on. How do you want
So
to do this?
I want to like swing it into his gut and just like knock his body out the door. So where I assume that the other two are fighting, so it will land in the courtyard.
It's in the alleyway that leads to the outside. Yeah.
Yep.
So as you reel back your hammer, you see this crocodile is dazed, not even focusing on you until the last second he looks down at you as you lift your hammer from like a full-on, almost baseball bat cricket
Oh, this poor
swing
boy.
upward, slamming into his center chest. You feel and hear the shattering of his chest cavity and ribs, bones splintering to the inside of his heart and lungs, finishing the job and then launching him through the doorway. You see the revolving darkened doors that leads to the shadow intake that leads into here shatter and break open as he is launched
Whoops.
out 15 feet through the air and is scattered along with the door.
Damn, I pictured the doors to be like those like olden like Western ones where they just like fly open and.
Also, it was 15 damage, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fall.
god!
Just
You just killed
smashed
this man.
Yeah,
You
they were
killed him.
revolving doors.
Oh yeah, no, that was the fucking goal, but that was not what I wanted to do.
You killed him.
Yeah, after you smashed him out of the door, we still have to end initiative order, but do you, from where you're standing, you see the alleyway, but from there, you only move 5 feet, so you can move to line up with the door to look out further inside to see what you see if you choose to.
Yeah, I'd like to look outside to see how Theo's doing.
As you step to the side, seeing this now open hole in the wall, Una, you're able to see clearly as well from where you're standing. About 40 feet from the doorway, halfway through the alley, you see this tall, hooded individual and Theo simply almost staring down at each other. And when the crocodile flung through, you see Theo and the hooded figure look up and over.
I wave.
That'll.
I also wave.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. End of your turn. Up next is the deer and the bear. Now that those threats are gone, the bear will line up on the right-hand side. The deer will go to the other, and you just hear the bear. We're done fighting yet.
You hear Timothy in the background. Never.
They will hold their action in case anything else comes through. As that happens, those two will hold their turns. Up next, the croc is dead. Joanna will keep her eye on her. Elian will move next to Una in a defensive position as well. Valindra move behind the register welcoming booth and just line up a shot, hold their action. Timothy, you're up in the end of this initiative order.
I'm gonna fly closer to them because I can.
All right. If you use your action to dash, you can move 60 feet if you wish.
Oh, you know it. Here, hold on.
Yeah, you can go
I'll
right
just-
up to the door next to Durant, or you can even go the extra 5 feet out and go past the door if you choose. You can go anywhere from there.
I'll just go right here.
Yep.
Then I'll do my bardic inspiration on Theo because I can see him.
As you go out there and softly play your violin, you see Theo gets empowered with your inspiration as he then turns back and faces the hooded creature in front of him. I would like Una, Timothy, and Durant to make a perception check.
Perception.
I got a 15.
I got a nat 20.
Let's go.
Plus 1, so 21.
And Durant? Grant?
I'm sorry. What?
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I just went to grab water.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
he
fine,
failed
yeah.
his perception.
As you see, Durant is holding a cup of water now, trying to drink while he's like bleeding.
What's up, guys?
Are we out of initiative order?
You will be in the out of initiative, yes.
Okay. When we're done rolling this,
Oh,
I have
fuck,
a
it
thing
has
I'd like
me.
to do.
Well, with the 7. You just see the confrontation of these two creatures, and you see the croc not moving. You are focused in defensive position, Durant. However, Una, you see as Theo received the bardic inspiration from Timothy, the half smile of acknowledgement of thanking him, turning back to the hooded figure in front of him. It doesn't seem like they've been fighting. There's no scarring, there's no battle, there's no bruises, there's no sign of conflict. And Timothy,
Also,
you're
can
the
I-
one to notice that there is no true anger or even bloodlust in this battle. As you see the hooded individual look down to Theo and simply say,
Think about it. I can't wait to hear your answer.
as you then see the hooded individual turn and walk away. Theo lets them go. The creature goes past the alleyway into the open streets and simply looks like he vanishes amongst the crowd despite how tall he is, whether he crouched down and blended in or changed this form, used magic, it is unclear.
He's a witch.
But Theo is standing halfway in this alleyway, staring outward. Before you see him finally take a breath in. And turn around to you guys.
I'm gonna heal Polly.
I'm gonna fly to the alligator and pickpocket him.
Why pickpocket him? He's already dead. There's
Yeah, I
nothing-
think it's just looting.
I'm
you can just
pickpocketing the
looting at that
man.
Make a sleight of
Well-
hand check.
Polly, you healed
Timothy.
for 4 hit points.
I got a dirty 20.
Right.
Upon the crocodile, as you fly up, you see the massive bone sword that he has. You go through his armor that has been smashed up a little bit and check his pockets. You see that there is a coin pouch for 500 silver.
Wow.
And you
I smashed
see that there is a... make an investigation check while you're also scavenging the body.
17.
With a 17, you see this estranged symbol towards the hip of his armor. Mixing it in with the green, you see a silhouette tattooed like thing on the armor of a olden-like tree branching out with dead branches, no leaves on it, with what looks like to be a thin, long-armed, long, squiggly fingered female figure in the center of it.
Female figure?
As
Wonder
Theo,
what that could be.
as Theo turns and starts to approach all of you, walking up to Timothy first, who was next to the crocodile that was flung outside. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, everything
For the
is
most part.
fine.
Looking up over to Durant, who is still slightly injured. Right, let's get everyone healed up. Don't worry about the door, I'll fix it.
Also, I'm the only person that got hurt, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, besides the guys that attacked the lizard lady.
You
Ooh,
see
by the way,
yeah, you see the
I
deer
also-
folk
I wanna-
holding onto his shoulder where he got bit.
I also want to go loot her too, so there's that.
Oh my god.
As
Are you sure you're not a rogue?
I want her shit. I want it.
As the fairy. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. As much as you did find
You're
the
also
gold,
a prince.
yeah. As
I'm
much
trying to
as you
make my money back.
found the gold, you're able to take that and bring it with you. This bone sword in your fairy form is more than 4 times your size.
You want me to do a stealth strength
If
check
you're
to
trying
make
to,
sure
if
I
you're
can-
trying to take the sword, I'm gonna need a strength check.
Got it. I got a 7.
You see as the fairy goes for the sword and like lifts the hilt up as it is like scraping awkwardly against the stone floor of the outer area, and it is difficult. Timothy, you feel like you're getting it far, getting it past the door and ready to turn around to show everyone what you get,
you guys.
until you see that Theo is, with the question mark look on his head, already walking past you, and you are still 10 feet from the door.
I look at Theo. I'm like, really? You're just gonna walk away when I need help?
You're taking a dead man's sword. I'm kind of leaving you to that.
It's a gift to you.
I don't use. Why would I
Well,
want?
you're gonna use it now. And I'll roll a persuasion check. too
roll a
for you.
persuasion check to have him take the sword.
I got an 11.
Dear heavens, you gotta be kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
No. Well, with an 8 to charisma, Theo's like, fine, and goes down, picks up the bone sword and lifts it and hucks it over his shoulder.
You're welcome.
Is that a human tooth? And looks at the sword closely.
Wow.
Walking inside.
I'm flying inside.
Yep.
And then I fly over to the lizard lady.
I mean,
Oh, he's huge.
yeah,
Oh.
that's how they all come in. As you guys see Theo walk in, Timothy flies past all of you, heading back to the back area. You see compatriots and other adventurers that are here are checking up on each other. You see the deer folk holding onto his right shoulder where he was bit as he starts rummaging through his pouch, pulling out some bandages and heading to the bar. The individuals that were hiding behind the counter finally pop their heads over the edge as Clara finally exits out, terrified and shocked expression. Is anyone that is either unaccounted for or injured? As Theo shouts out. You see the compatriots like tap themselves and
Investigation.
shake their heads off. Investigation for the body on the floor. What'd you get?
I got him. I think it was 7.
Oof.
Oh no, 5 for the lizard lady.
You are looking at a scaly
body.
skin corpse, missing arm, and the
And a
gauntlets that are
missing-
there are etched with this weird green-like frame towards the blade and tipped end. And as you are searching through, you see the body like slightly twitch, and it scares you, startles you.
And then I stab it with my rapier.
You just pull out, just stab it again.
Yeah. You want me to do damage on it?
You don't have to. You can if you want.
Already dead.
A 1. Oh no, 2. 2 on damage on the dead body.
You like stab it in the eye, and you see like it's
No, its
leaking.
head exploded, remember?
Oh, yeah.
You pick up an eye with your sword.
It's just the leftover eyeball that was there. You just poke it, and just
Like,
you see
and then I
it
laugh.
has like slight twitching movement, a rigor mortis like effect that it's going through right now.
I start playing with the body.
Ew. Gross. Get a room.
Okay. Timothy's never seen a dead body. Well, I mean, no, he's seen dead bodies, but he hasn't physically seen a lizard dead body.
Snake, but yes.
Oh, snake. Yes, snake.
As you guys are there,
Oh
Clara
my God,
comes
wait.
out from behind the counter, rushing forward as Timothy goes past Una. You see his face is calm, still serious, still concerned about Patriots, but calm. As Theo looks over to Clara. Is everyone okay? We're fine. What was that about? Who were they? They sent him for Delphi and Timothy.
Yeah, we proved them wrong. You hear Timothy yell from across the room.
Having the eyeball pierced in with his rapier, waving it through the air.
I got an eyeball, you guys! I have the biggest smile on Timothy's face.
Yeah, as Theo finally just gets the bone sword and sets it against the welcoming podium that's there. The bear relaxing, now seeing that everything's calmed down. Claire, let's get around for everyone to help calm the nerves. It'll be on me. I'll work on the door. Right, okay. Goes over and looks over to the staff members, and you see them getting ready to get bottles. The deer is taking a bandage kit that he has and is like wrapping it around his shoulder where the puncture mark is, making a slight sling, fixture with it. What do the rest of you do?
I finally joined the group. I leave the dead body alone.
I'm checking in with Elian to make sure
I'm
that she's
gonna get out of the fucking way of the doors so Theodore can fucking face it.
You see Theodore brandishes his wand again, and as the second gem on it begins to glow, you see the wooden frame of this natural tree-like substance begins to regrow, and the shadow-like glass begins to form.
I forgot that he had magic. I was gonna offer to help.
As Una goes over to Elian turns, like, still holding her daggers. That was new. Where did that accent come from?
I'm curious about that too.
I think I got a little too much in character. I've been hanging out with a lot of other adventurers, and I think they're getting to me.
Can you
flip her daggers and put them back in?
The Australian accent is canon.
If anything we say
Who
is canon now.
talks like that? Who have you been hanging out with?
There's this lizard folk at the Adventures, the Platinum Champions. He goes out and fights these creatures in the forest. Every time he comes back in, he's talking about his adventures on how he slaughtered the thing, mate, and how he. And I guess he's getting to me, all right?
Does he have a television show?
I don't know.
Is his name Steve?
What is a television?
No, his name is
It's
Stain.
modern era. We know what a TV is.
Yeah. Come on, get
Modern
out of
era
your...
to an extent. You have some electronic devices.
it
No one
wouldn't-
has really thought of a TV just yet. Otherwise,
It wouldn't be called a TV anyway. It would be like a
What?
viewing crystal or
You know what?
something.
yeah.
I have a perfect idea. I'm gonna make a new thing, and y'all are gonna be excited about it.
Can't
I
wait,
like-
Timothy.
I'd like to say what I did after battle.
Yeah.
Okay. So I sit down on the table, like in the middle of all their poker chips, because I'm like 2 foot tall at this point. So like I'm like sitting, but not like side sitting, like with my legs off to the side because I'm in a skirt. But like I'm more so facing the cat, and like I'm like talking to her like about like everything that's happened, and
That's
she's
okay.
like, yeah. And she's like talking to me about my wings and stuff, and we're just having a conversation, and I'm like completely like not paying attention to anything else. Like I'm just
You see-
sitting
yeah,
on
you-
this table just talking to them.
You see, as they put their weapons away, they take a seat. The fox guy takes a drink of ale and chugs it down. The half giant sits as well, looking at this new fairy that is sitting directly in the center. As the feline turns to you, is like, "Wow, what are you doing?"
Well, like I didn't know you actually make me have conversation.
Why not? You're sitting in the center of our table.
I wasn't saying that to her. I'm just like, geez, like that sure took a lot out of me. I wonder what they're here for.
I don't know. But at least they're dead now.
Yeah, and you could really use a drink, huh?
Wow. You see her lean over and grab a big bottle that's there and just pops the cork, looks over, grabs a small, not small, but a like water cup, pours some wine in it, and like slides it softly to you, and then proceeds to start drinking from the bottle. Sure. As the half giant like reaches over and grabs the other.
And that I just like kind of like I pick up the cup, which is pretty big, but it's not like too big, and I just take a sip and I just put it back down and just kind of like chuckle, and then I think to myself like, oh, I should go talk to Valindra. So I like get up and like with the help of the giant, like he like helps me down. Where did I go?
Oh,
Where
you're in
am
the
I?
He flew into his mouth.
He's just sitting on you.
He helps me down and I like make my way over to Valindra, and I'm like, we need to probably talk to your family. That was crazy.
That was not expected, but yes, this will be reported for sure. Are you all right, Delphi?
I'm fine. I was a little scared and then a little angry. And it looks like I'm in fairy form for the rest of the evening, so I should probably stay here for the night.
You see, as she finally gets the courage to just barely walk past the table as Joanna goes back to hers, you see young Trina. What was all that about?
I walk over to her and I'm like, I'm not entirely sure. That's kind of not really something that happens here.
Oh, you're so small.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
I didn't
Wow,
know
how
you were a
rude.
fairy as well.
Nobody comments on your height.
yeah, it's something that I don't like. I know people know, but I'm just not. I prefer to be as like cute, like
I didn't
normal
know.
height. No, it's fine. Do you need someone to escort you home?
That'd be nice, yes.
Okay. Let me go talk to Theo and Clara and see what I can do. So
Okay.
I come over here because like Theo's working, obviously.
You see Claire's like rubbing her fingers against her temple, trying to stay calm from this attack that happened as she sees you approach. Delphi, are you and your friends okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. My friend Trina, she would need someone to help her home. She's
Right.
alone, and I don't know if she should walk home alone.
Right. We'll have our friend here help him get home. She looks over to the deer and calls them out. Trying to get the names down. Sorry.
I don't remember his name. He's Moose.
Poor
A
man.
deer named Moose.
Moose.
Looks over
Moose the deer.
and walks up to the deer folk. Priest, how you doing? I've been better. Ow. See him like roll back his shoulder that is bandaged up right now. Leans over, grabs a glass of wine that has been laid by the fox folk as she continues to go out and make sure everyone gets a drink of relaxation. If it's not too much trouble, there's a young lady over there that needs an escort home. Do you mind doing that for a few silver? Can do. Been a dangerous night, and we need to make sure everyone gets safe, especially those that cannot fend for themselves. You see him get up off of onto his feet and begin to proceed to walk over. Getting past you, you see him tilt his hand with his tilt his hat, his good hand, as
Hi,
he walks.
Moose. Are you okay?
I've been better. You are.
I'm so
He-
sorry. I say
there-
to the deer folk.
it's
Ignore
it's
her.
fine. The esteemed fairy princess may address me however she pleases.
Ooh. All you
I
hear
lean
Timothy's
forward
saying.
and I say, I know you're a dear, but I think Moose fits you. And then
Guess I'm taking on the nickname as Moose then.
His new name.
yes, his nickname is Moose.
Oh.
As he bows and gives curtsy, he will then head over to Trina, give her a slight comforting shoulder pat, and they will begin to leave.
Bye, Trina. Be safe.
See you around school. Please be
See ya.
safe.
I'll try.
As they both begin and leave the tavern.
The
After
girl
they
was never
leave-
coming back.
she's
Fair.
gonna go. She's gonna fucking ditch school now, and she's never gonna show herself.
Once Theo finishes with the door and those two leave, he puts the druidic wand away. He walks over to the register counter and just leans against it, hands palms on the table and just facing the counter behind it. As the patrons then scatter to their own tables once again.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can mending fix Polly's armor, or is it not because it's not a tear, or...
It's not the same.
What did I say about asking questions about mending?
Oh, it
Did
worked,
she
it's
repair
fine.
the door for Theo?
Theo's already repaired the door.
and I think the door is too complex.
I tried.
Can I
There'd be a
put-
lot of
can I-
places.
Can I druid craft flowers into the door?
You absolutely can. You start druid crafting and you see the overhang that was broken off, barely refurbished but not like decorated. You begin to druid craft your flowers in whatever intricate colors and aspects you want over the door hang.
It is just covered in this essentially giant bouquet. Like every square inch is covered in flowers.
You see Clara simply walk halfway to you. Thank you, Una.
Yeah, no problem.
And you see her walk over next to Theo, putting her hand on his back as he barely turns his head. You see a whispered conversation is beginning to start between them.
Damn.
So I fly over to the box.
See, she finished serving the table with the other two, putting down an ale bottle for Joanna and a small glass of wine, leaving the bottle for the white-haired individual. Turning to you. Oh, hi.
Can you put everything that we got, like that wasn't paid for, on Timothy's tab, and I'll make sure it gets paid?
Yes, absolutely.
Timothy, we share money. Shut up.
You just robbed somebody. You
Oh.
can use your money.
Yeah, I can do that. Sure.
Thank you.
No problem. You see her taking out a notepad, looking at the table, going over, counting things, and getting ready to tally stuff up.
Oh my god.
Timothy, we'll have to go over the tab later.
Okay.
Use your employee discount.
My god.
That employee discount better be fucking 50%. If not, I need to set some demands.
Just go flirt with Elle, or...
Girl, you already know who I want to flirt with.
Elle is my girlfriend. Okay.
No, Elion is
no,
your girlfriend. Elle is the bunny
Elle's
in
the
yeah.
fox's
Oh.
name. Yeah,
It's the bunny's
I got
name in the
confused
kitchen.
because you referred to Elian as Elle at one point.
yeah.
No, it's the bunny that's in the kitchen.
I fly back to the table and I grab one of the flowers that's still in the pot, and I fly back over to King Theo and I give it to him.
As you begin to slowly approach with one of the flowers in your hand, you're hearing the end of the conversation, and you just see Theo tell Clara, "I'll figure something out. It'll be fine." Turns over to you as you bring the flower.
I look like a deer caught in headlights.
Don't you mean a moose?
Why?
I'm not Delphi. I'm not Delphi.
As Theo takes the flower, see a grin go over his face as he appreciates the gesture. And then turns up to you, and like a serious look comes over his face of, "Why the bone sword?"
um,
You do know there are like human teeth on that thing, right? Along with like, I think one of them was like a tiger race.
I don't know, okay? I'm terrible at giving gifts to people, okay?
Appreciate the flower. You see him like smell it, and you see him make a perception check.
Okay.
Or actually, insight. Insight is
Inside.
see his personality.
A 19.
You see he is trying to push past the event that happened, and is forcing on a smile and his charismatic charm to the best of his ability.
You okay?
Nothing I can't handle. But I'm sorry to say that your debut has kicked off a little more explosively than we'd all probably would like.
You missed it. I made a snake lady's head explode. I had fun.
A pondered face goes over the comment that you just made, along with the last ending of that sentence was, "That was fun."
She was being rude. Okay.
What's your fucking alignment?
I think I'm a. What am I again? Where do I see that again?
To be able to see in like backgrounds, I believe.
You're like chaotic neutral.
I'm chaotic
best.
neutral.
Yep, that's accurate. You see you see Theo. You'd be a great adventurer.
You know what? I would, wouldn't I?
Well, we're probably going to keep things calm, wrap things up, and have our guards be on high alerts.
All right. Well, the next song we play, listen to that violin music. It's for you.
We'll probably keep things on a little more down low tone for
I
now.
said next time.
Fair enough. Get some rest, Timothy.
You too. I fly back to Delphi.
Valindra begins to walk over to the table and just slump into the chair.
I'm also going to head back to the table, and I'm gonna lay on hands myself while on the way there, so I'm at full health.
As the group begins to walk back, Elion looks over to Una. Well, that was a lot more excitement than I wanted for one day.
Yeah.
I am, once everyone's safe, ready to go home.
Me too. I saw what you did. That was very impressive.
Well, yeah, it had to be. Not only to impress you, but to stay alive. It's kind of my job.
Yeah, we'll make sure everyone's settled and then we should head home.
All right. Just starts to walk back to the table with the rest of the group.
Is this snake person's body still in the fucking building?
It's still there. And you see one of the workers in the back starts to head up and out to start cleaning up the mess.
Oh,
The
okay.
girl who looks like Tifa.
Wasn't she the one supposed to be fixing something?
Yeah, she finished fixing
Like-
it during the meantime. She's like the
I thought she was like hired to come. I didn't realize she was a woods worker.
well, she's human, so that made absolute sense of not knowing if she was a denizen of the woods or not. But as she's there, you see that from the job that she did from behind the counter to heading over and now cleaning this up, she seems to be like the hired handyman / possible cleanup individual for this area.
Okay.
Delphi, you could stay in my room if you don't have one.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna be spending the night tonight, so no visitors if you must.
I don't have visitors at night. I go to their room.
Oh,
God.
okay. Well, I don't know what you do.
As I say that, I look over at Theo. Do I notice if
Can-
he's looking
can-
back or?
Theo is still in a slight conversation with Clara.
Can I notice what he's looking at?
Make a insight or perception.
Would it be which one?
Perception
Either or,
would
whichever
be-
one you want.
Yeah, insight will basically be able to see his expression of either giddiness or eyeing someone, and perception would be actually focusing on who he's looking at.
Okay, I'm gonna do perception.
Got it, 16.
You're
Yes.
able to put 2 and 2 together. Him looking across the hall and seeing how there's 2 specific individuals working that corner. You know who
I
he's looking at.
I giggle and I say, last time I checked, that was just a boy crush.
Timothy's giggling.
You guys hear the sound
More
of a
than a
door closing on the second floor. I do say, what on earth is that thing? On the top of the stairs, you see Raftalia looking down at the human individual cleaning up the snake-like body.
You missed a lot.
You missed a lot, girl.
I was only gone for 30 minutes.
It felt like an hour.
That's like 100 rounds of combat.
Yeah.
You would not believe how much can happen in 6 seconds.
So you fly down to the counter, talking with Clara to catch up on the events that just took place. Una, are you heading back to the table?
Yeah, I'll go with Elian, and then once we
Oh,
make sure
she
that
was
everyone
already at the table.
is fine, then we will head back home, because it's still date night.
Well,
As
Yes. one
Is
terrible day gone wrong.
Is murder a
That's
turn on?
debatable. She was very impressive.
Oh, so
Okay,
murder
so
turns you
the answer to my
on.
question is yes.
You both spoke at once. I have no idea what you said.
Oh, we basically said the same thing. Is that murder turns you on?
Not murder, just competency.
As you guys wrap up the conversations, is there anything anyone needs to say to Una and or Elian?
No.
Thank
Pretty much.
you for your work today, Una and Elian.
Of course.
Glad I
You guys
can
have a
help.
good night. Stay safe.
Good
You
night.
too.
He,
Enjoy your date night.
Thank you.
I definitely will. Walking next to Una, heading out, you see she's like twirling her dagger in her fingers. Impressively. Let me go ahead and roll that performance. Yeah.
2. She
Yes,
drops the
please
dice.
get in that one.
It's the 7 plus 2, so you see like as she flicks her fingers twice with a dagger. It drops to the floor as it like clatters, and she like quickly snatches it up and just like grabs you by the shoulder. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. And she like covers her face and tries to walk out.
I pat her on the shoulder and go, "It's okay. I know you're impressive."
There are other things your finger does.
You see
your
her face is
fingers do
starting to
that a
turn
lot better.
red as she like tries to bury her head into your shoulders, and you guys exits the. As the last four are there, the late evening is starting to daunt on you as long as this surprise attack is as well. The heavy air thinning, but still prominent. You guys wish to head to your rooms and call it for the night?
I look over at Delphi. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I could use a change of clothes and a shower. Do you still have my trunk of extra garments?
Oh yeah, I haven't touched it since you put it in there.
I look over to Valindra and I ask her, I'm like, tomorrow can we make sure to get my my weekend clothes?
Yes, I will have that brought over. I will also be sending a report of this incident to my family to look for that hooded, cow-faced individual. My deduction, it's most likely a minotaur-like creature with the horns.
Okay, that sounds good. And give your mother, my wishes as long as I'm away, because I do enjoy her company, and I'm gonna miss our evening tea.
I will notify her. Yes.
Okay. Alright, Timothy. I want a shower.
All
You
right.
see Valindra begin to make her way out as well as she heads out of the woods.
Me and Delphi
also-
are gonna fly to the room, and while she takes the shower, I'm gonna play some music just because I can.
Absolutely. Durant?
Okay.
I'm gonna head towards Theodore to confirm that it was to try and figure out what the Minotaur asked, or not the Minotaur. I don't know. It's a Minotaur.
Well, yeah, because Valindra just said out loud that it was most likely a
Yeah.
minotaur. So
And you were there when she said it.
Yeah, but I also don't know that it's a Minotaur.
yeah, fair.
Wow, your history and knowledge is not there.
As you approach Theo, Clara, and Raftalia move off. Theo's and your room is in the top left corner.
Yes. Top left, says. Delphi. Top left.
She flies from the right to the left.
Right, left, right, forward, out the front door.
I got a nat 20 on my performance, and I have a +5 for performance, so
It'll
I'm
be a nice,
rocking it out
yeah,
while
it is
she's
going to
taking
be a
her
nice,
shower.
soothing evening. While you guys de-stress in the upper room. As Durant goes to Theo, as he turns over and looks. Holy Warrior Durant, for your assistance. How you
Yeah.
feeling?
I'm sorry about the door.
Well, if it took care of the problem, we can easily fix a wooden thing. Can't really fix a life that is lost.
That is very true. Do you happen to know? You wouldn't happen to know who they were, do you?
I have an idea, and I will be bringing this up with the enforcers, Captain Goldpaw, along with probably the royal family at some point.
Perfect.
You need a place to stay for the
Well-
evening, because the more people here that can defend this place, the better.
I agree. I would appreciate a room.
We'll have one opened up for you, the second floor. I would like you to stay close to the ones that they were after. The dear friends of ours.
Yes, this is a good plan.
We'll keep our guards on patrol for the interior of this place, so If
Are
any
they able to
footsteps,
hear the violin music?
it is muffled
Since I
through
got
the
a 25.
it is muffled through the door, but it still is like soothing and loud enough to echo where they hear the beautiful music being played, and it's definitely calming for this
Okay.
atmosphere.
Okay. He said he was getting it ready, right? Like it's not like he's not like handing me a key to a room like right now.
You see him reach his long arms over the counter, pulls off a key. Oh, goes to the other one. There we go. And hands you a key that leads to the room next to theirs. It's a pattern coded instead of numbered, and you see that it is a essence of a small little bumblebee like picture on it. It'll be next to
Okay.
theirs with the butterfly symbol.
Thank you. And I'm gonna head up towards. Oh my god. Move the. There it goes. Whee! Up the stairs.
As you head up, getting closer to the beautiful violin music you hear, it's stronger as you walk past their door. Sure enough, your bumblebee room is right next to theirs, butterfly room. You settle in, being weary of sounds and everything. Throughout the nights before taking your long rest with everyone else, see that Joanna and a few of the denizens of the woods that are guarding this place patrol every now and then. The night shift guards are being extra vigilant tonight. And as we will pull back through one of the windows that the group is looking out of, hovering over the now moonlit sky, we'll end our episode session.
Cool.
Oh boy, congratulations on your first combat.
Thanks.
I didn't go down this time. Thank God.
Yeah. I am happy to announce that due to this combat, everyone will now be leveling up to level 2.
Right.
Yay!
Umbra was BRB, so you won't have to
Absolutely.
tell
We
her
will
that.
we will retell her when she comes in. We will be doing I make it for my characters that when they level up, they will get their max HP possible for the first 3 levels. So what
Wait,
that
so how
basically
do we
means
level?
I don't know
we'll
how
go
to
through
do
that
that.
off screen and get that all
Okay,
done.
cool.
When we get to like level 4 or 5, we'll be doing dice rolls for you, the viewers, to hear how much health they'll be getting. Hopefully, if we can get a professional artist to like put up character sheets that we can have panning and scrolling in the background so you can see what their stats, armor, and health looks like. We'll see if we can work on that in the future. But for the meantime, we'll just relay the information as best we can via communication.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that in the off screen, but for all of you that joined us tonight, thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this lovely episode 2 of the Platinum Star City. And remember, at the end of every episode, there is going to be an after scene of what is going on around the world of Platinum Star City, with the choices that our characters make and the events that unfold for the evening. So in the meantime, I hope y'all have a good one, and I will see ya at the end of this episode.
Yay!
As the night comes to its peak, the moon at its highest, the information relayed by Valindra to her father has led for a council meeting to be called. As we zoom in on a massive round table with multiple chairs sitting around, two individuals are already ready and waiting for the others to leave. At one table, we see the father of Valindra, Volcom Ramirez, wood elf and head of the noble household Ramirez family, direct guard under the royal Platnium dragon family. In the second chair, unable to sit and is pacing back and forth, we see Captain Goldpaw, head leader of the enforcers, who, under his breath, is trying his best to keep back his low, guttural growl, his disdain for the news that he was just given of this attack in the woods. As the doors open, we see two more individuals walk in. As we see both Captain Goldpaw and Volcom stand to their feet and bow, taking the head seats embroidered in some immaculated silvers and platinum carvings. We see a humanoid-looking individual with draconic-like eyes and silver pupils as they introduce themselves. Captain Goldpaw applies and says, "King Draco, it has happened." As this polymorph form of an adult dragon sitting at this table in human form, the king of Platinum Star City. He removes his esteemed crown and sets it on the table. As we see Captain Goldpaw and Volcom sit. The second individual, who simply immediately took a seat to the right, we hear the familiar sound of a gourd pop open. As our owner of the woods, Theo, begins to drink. So, they're on the move and getting bold. Well, my king, this was long foretold. What do you plan to do about it? As you hear a slight, disapproving, not a firm but still authoritarian slam on the table as Captain Goldpaw. Sir Theo, I understand your position is high. We do ask to show respect to the king. As Theo simply turns his head and the deeper, guttural growl of a dragonborn. Is that so? See Captain Goldpaw retract his hand from the table. I mean, no disrespect to Lord Theoden, but this is urgent. From what we have learned, the High Elf was hired by the Hags. And from what we were told by Valindra, and what you know, yes, what I know. And what I know is this. The Hags have entered our city. And they have already found my sanctuary that me and my dead wife established for safety of the Fae. So tell me, King, what has been done about this? You see the humanoid individual sharpened eyes.
We're figuring it out. We need to find where these hags are hiding in our city and expose them. No mercy.
So what you're saying is we need someone who can go through every dark crevice of the city, find those responsible.
That is precise.
And I guess there's only one person that we need to call. Isn't that right, Xanagar? As Captain Goldpaw and Volcom turns and startles of this unknown voice, from the shadow's background emerges this massive 6-foot wolf in cloak, the silver-esque mask on his face and darkened fur. The low wolven growl. Now, baby. No need to get too excited. We're just here to respond to the call. You see this female individual with a bowl-like old western hat, leather-like armor, daggers and potions hanging a brood, as she goes up and takes a seat at the table. Well. Well, you know what they say. When you're looking for the darkness, you need to respect those that dwell within it. As Theo stands. That is absolutely correct, Empress of the Darkness.